What is up, guys? RedPandaMining here, back with another video. Guys, I'm going to show you how to turn an old PC into a hypervisor. If you guys don't know what hypervisor means, it's basically VMware's definition of a host computer that supports multiple VMs by virtually sharing resources. So my whole main plan with this system is to basically have like my file server on here, as well as VMs to run crypto wallets and such for testing, and maybe some real ones. Also maybe test out some crypto masternodes, all that good stuff for various coins. I'm not sure which ones yet, but that's why I'm creating this, so I can easily test stuff and delete VMs on the go whenever I want. I'm going to show you guys how to do all that. So just to show you which computer I'm using, it's just an old i7 4770, 3.4 gigahertz with 4 cores, 4 threads. Then I got 32 gigabytes of RAM, DDR3, 1600 megahertz, 750 watt power supply, and I got 4 hard drives in here, which I got from my old NAS, which I'm not using anymore because the I/O, it's just really slow at transferring. I got a 4 terabyte WD Red at the top there, and two terabytes at the bottom too there, WD Red, and that's another WD Red at the top there. So my plan with these drives, the one at the top here is going to be my test VM hard drive, where I'll be like testing wallets and nodes and whatnot. This 4 terabyte one at the top here, I can show you guys. It's already plugged in. Will be my file server drive. So this will be for my wallets and stuff, if I'm going to be testing, or not testing, but doing live wallet stuff on here. And and I'm planning on doing a VM for pfSense, where I can have my network segregated for this machine, so I can do some like intrusion protection, all that kind of stuff, so nobody hacks me and whatnot. Of course, nobody will do that, right? But anyways, guys, let's get started. I'll show you guys how to download VMware Hypervisor on a USB first. Okay, guys, so we are on the VMware's website. Basically, if you just type in VMware Hypervisor download, this should come up, the first one. You'll probably have to make an account because you'll probably want to get your own license key, which is free to get. So you guys can copy my key if you want. It's probably not going to work after I activate it, so you guys just make your own account. Then you go to manual download, and it'll download. It's a 330 megabyte ISO. So I have it already. Right here, VMware VMvisor installer. So now you want to put it on any, just a small USB stick. So if you guys download Rufus, it's just a USB ISO to USB burner type of thing. So you guys select your ISO, which is the VMware Hypervisor right there, and you click on your USB that you want to overwrite and start. Yes. Data will be destroyed. Yes. Okay, and it's going to go through and make the VMware USB. All right, so it's done writing the USB, the ISO to the USB. So now we're going to eject it, and I'll see you guys at the computer. All right, guys, here's the USB. Let's plug it in the back of the computer here. There we go. Turn the baby on, and we got to go to the BIOS first. Make sure all the settings are okay. Okay, so we're in the BIOS. Let's go to CPU. We got to go to CPU configuration. Make sure we enabled virtualization technology. So by default, it's gonna be disabled on the 4770. Yeah, you guys got to make sure you have a CPU that's compatible, virtualization. And let's see what else we got here. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, as long as those two are enabled, that's all we need. That one. Okay, so virtualization technology. Okay, let's save it. Now let's boot into the USB. VMware Hypervisor. And we're in. So we're gonna go ESXi standard installer. All right, it's gonna be loading. As you guys can see, i7 4770, 3.4 gigahertz, 32 gigabytes of RAM. So when you do virtualization, you have to specify your resources. I'll show you guys that later. But the more RAM you have, the better. So then you can do more virtualization, more virtual machines. Okay, then we hit enter. F11. Scanning for available devices. So we are going to install this on the let's see here. So we're just gonna put it on the 4 terabyte for now. That'll be my most reliable drive. US default, root password. You guys won't know my password. Super secure. All right, it's going in. Installer is configured to install ESXi on the 4 terabyte drive. Yep, it's full install. So another thing, guys, we could install ESXi on a USB stick, but I just prefer to have it on a drive of some sort. So yeah, that's okay. I'll have my file server on the 4 terabyte drive as well. So it's gonna be a pretty fast install, and then we're gonna reboot. Reboot. Server will shut down and reboot. So this time, once it's rebooting, I'm gonna take out the USB. Okay, I'm gonna take it out now. So it's going in. It should be booting into the 4 terabyte drive right now. Yep, there we go. Okay, it's gonna boot in. You guys will notice it'll have an IP address, so that's just my local network. So take note of that IP, and we are going to use that to log into it through the browser. Best practice is to change it to a static IP later, but you can do that manually through the browser on your computer. So yeah, that's how to install ESXi on this guy here. Now I'll show you guys how to do all the stuff on the browser. So now you can take away the monitor and your keyboard. You don't need your monitor or keyboard anymore because you can access this remotely through the IP address. Alright guys, so we are on the computer. Now, you guys just have to type in the IP that we just showed earlier. 192.168.10.218. It's going to depend on your guys' network IP range. So now the username is root, and password, you put in the password that you put in earlier when you installed it. Log in. Boom. So this is like the web GUI of the virtual machine host that we just installed. So as you can see, you know, the 4 CPU, i7 4770, 32 gigabytes of RAM. So this is the host computer. Now we want to configure the storage first. So we put the 4 hard drives in. Now you want to go to, so as you can see, data store 1, this is the main drive that has the VMware installed. So with VMware, it provisioned 1.46 gigabytes for itself. So this whole ESXi is running off the 4 terabyte. It doesn't take much. It can definitely run on a USB, but I'm just paranoid. So let's go now. We're gonna add in all the other hard drives. So let's go new data store. Create new VMFS data store. This is to store just all the virtual machines. So we're gonna I'm gonna call this one just wallets. This hard drive is 2 terabyte wallets. Use full disk. Yep. Next. Finish. The entire disk contents are about to be erased and replaced with specific configuration. Yes. Okay. And it's going to be, see at the bottom here, completed successfully. And now we're going to do that to the other two wallets. What else did I call it? I'm going to call these ones like nodes. Next, finish, yes. That's gonna finish. Now we're gonna have another 2 terabyte, the last one. What should we call this? I'm just gonna call it testing VMs. Next, finish, erase. Wallets, nodes. So these are just these are just the storage for. So if you click into them, you can go to data store browser. So you'll see later on we'll have the VMs all installed here. So I'll show you guys that soon. Okay, now we can go to virtual machines. We can configure our first virtual machine. So we click on virtual machines here, click on create and register. Gonna create a new virtual machine. So this is where we're gonna allocate the resources on the machine. So what are we gonna call it? You can call this virtual machine whatever you'd like. Depends on what you're gonna be doing or testing. So let's say I'm gonna be testing a Ethereum. No, not Ethereum. Let's get real here. Aeon wallet machine. OS, whatever. Aeon wallet, whatever. You know what? I'm just going to call it Aeon. Compatibility, you'd want to do 6.7 because that's the version we're on right now. Guest OS family. I'm going to do Windows, Guest OS version, and you're just going to put Windows 10. Enable Windows virtualization based security. Sure, well, I don't know what that is. Makes hardware virtualization, COM, EFI, and secure boot available to guest OS. You must enable virtualization based security with the OS. Yeah, nah, you don't need to do that, but you can if you want. So I'm going to install it on my wallets VM. I totally forgot a step, but I'll show you guys that right after this. So CPU, we're going to allocate, how many CPUs do you guys want to allocate to this machine? I think this Aeon wallet will probably only need 2. You can allocate as much as you want. The CPU will know how to differentiate and like send the proper bandwidth to each of the VMs. So, but I'm just gonna do 4 CPUs. Memory, yeah, 4 gigs of RAM is good, and the hard disk space, since we have a ton of space, I'm just gonna give this. I'm not sure how much the Aeon wallet uses, but I'm just gonna put 100 gigabyte. USB controller, network adapter, just the regular one. I'll show you. I'm not going to show you guys the complicated stuff yet, but CD drive. It's going to be a data store ISO. So I have to upload the ISOs in a second here, which I'll show you guys. And then connect that power on. I'm just going to uncheck that. Video card. It can just be custom settings or auto detect. Next. Oh, I have to select an ISO. So you know what? Let's just delete this for now. We'll add that later. And finish. It's gonna create the VM, and it completed already. Super fast. Okay, you guys can notice that the date. I have to change the date on the BIOS. I should do that. Okay, so we're gonna upload the ISOs. That's the step I forgot. So we're gonna put that on the 4 terabyte drive. So if you go data store browser, we're gonna make a new folder here, directory called ISOs, create directory, go into the directory, and you're gonna upload. Let's go here. We're gonna upload ISOs. I already downloaded Ubuntu, Windows 7 Pro, Windows 10, and Server 2019, which is going to be from my file server. So let's go ahead and upload Windows 10 first. It's going to take a while. I'll wait till it's all done. Alright, so I got the ISOs uploaded. I'm going to close that. we're going to go back to our virtual machines. Go click on the Aeon virtual machine. Click on Edit, because we forgot to add in the ISO to install. So we are going to add another device, and it's going to be a CD DVD drive. It's going to be a data store ISO. Click on ISOs, Windows 10, select, save. And okay, we're going to power it on, guys. I'll show you how it works. Powering on. You can click on this window here to open it up. And we're going to install Windows 10. So yeah, this is pretty much like a computer, guys. You don't need to set up a new computer every single time. Another thing is you can copy the VMs multiple times, so you can save an image, like your perfect image, like all Windows updated, everything. So you don't need to set up Windows again and again if you want to test out new wallets or need to reformat. Very simple. All you have to do is just have a golden image and just clone it and save it, and every time you want to do a new virtual machine, you just boot that up. You can copy it and copy it again, make multiple copies, right? Hit next, install. You guys know how to install Windows. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I wanted to show you guys. So close that. So yeah, let's just register a couple more VMs here. I'm gonna have the Linux one here. Ubuntu 64. Next. Oh, let's call this Ubuntu Linux virtual machine. We're gonna put it on. It's probably gonna be a node thing for the Linux, just for the heck of it. I'll give it 2 CPUs. I'll give it 240,048 RAM. I don't know how much it needs, but I'll give it 50 gigabytes. And we're gonna data store ISO. We're gonna point to the Ubuntu, select, next, finish, and boom! You guys see there's another virtual machine here. You see how easy that was? You can power this on and click in here and it'll start installing. Super fast, guys. Super fast. Very easy. Really good this is what I want to do for testing crypto wallets and stuff. Masternodes and nodes and stuff. Finally. Yeah, that's going. Let's see how the Aeon one's doing. Yeah, it's still going. So you see, guys, we can do this all at the same time. If we go to the host, you can click on host at the top right here, top left, sorry, and go to monitor. We can see how much CPU usage it's using. It's not really doing too bad right now. So yeah, the i7 is really good for this. Really good for this type of thing. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know what else to show you, but let me know if you guys have any questions down below, down in the comments. And yeah, as you can see, I'm only using up 7.56 gigabytes of RAM. So yeah, I can have a lot more virtual machines here. I can have a whole bunch more, basically running a whole bunch of computers, right? Except it's all running off one computer. It's just very intuitive, very easy to use, guys. Yeah, check it out. I'll have all the links in the description. You guys can download it. And let me know. If you guys have any questions, please join my Discord. I'm there. A lot of people are there. A lot of my friends are there. We can ask any questions, answer any questions you guys have. And please like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed or learned anything from this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.